Hey everyone, Craig Blacklock here with Blacklock Fighting Systems. We're going to go over some teeps, counters today, and how to be very offensive off your opponent's teep and very explosive. And maybe change your views of being worried about teeps. We also want to thank Gameness for their awesome facility down here at Century Martial Arts, and their products are phenomenal. We hope you'll check them out at gameness.com. But there are some very, very important things. And the first one is a parry. I know many of you know how to parry punches from boxing over the years or whatever, but parrying a teep, you're gonna set yourself up to get hooked or a short straight if you're not careful. So for those of you just learning a teep, he's gonna initiate a teep right here, boom. It's really a foot jab. It's used to create distance, range, weaken your opponent. Teeps can hurt. You know, you get the bladder area, the rib area. Some guys and girls are really good at engaging the toes. You pull your toes back. It's not a flat or not a heel, it's your toes. And you're gonna dig those toes and push the palm of your foot into their abdominal area. So when they teep and I parry, I never parry where I stay squared in the middle. So this is the wrong way to parry a teep. We're gonna say this is an offside teep or a weak side teep or a lead teep. He's going to teep me with his left foot. And as he does that, this is the wrong way to parry that teep. So as he teeps me, I come here. Because I'm standing still in what I call the pie, and Blacklock's kinetic triangle. You have to look at other videos and stuff for that. But I'm still inside my triangle here. It's no good. I've done nothing but open up me getting hit. I've taken one of my hands out of the way. And actually, I've chambered his left hand. So if you watch, as I parry the wrong way, him to the outside like that, he's going to set his foot. He can come back with a hard left if he wanted to. So he's going to teep, boom, and then there it is right there. So that's wrong. What I want to do is I always want to teep and basically take his leg and run it between whatever way I'm teeping. So if he's teeping offside or front side teep, I'm going to teep, he's going to teep, I'm going to teep him this way. Now, if you'll notice, I did something most people around the world don't teach. As I teep him, I'm not going to stand here. So I'm going to do it the wrong way. Do not stand here when you parry this teep. So I'm here, boom. Also, because if he fakes that and he sets it down, he comes with something, I'm in trouble. So that's why what we call triggering, I'm going to move outside my kinetic triangle here, my fight triangle here, and he is going to not be able to counter me in any way, and he's going to open his body up to me. So as he teeps me, I see I came off here to the side, and I moved this way. Now he's got nothing for me, and now I can blast the back of him. I can come over the top, but I've moved this teep leg across. So it's between me and him. So we're here, he goes to teep me, boom, and I've moved out of the way. So even if he fakes, as we showed you a second ago, I'm still out here, outside my kinetic triangle, and I can still initiate stuff. And if he wants to try to turn in any way, or he brings us back, heel back, I can see it coming for days. So we'll do the same technique, but now we're gonna do it with his back leg, or what we call strong side leg, or his dominant leg. So here I'm in my fight stance. Now here's the wrong way again. Remember, I want his leg, when I parry a teep, I want the leg to run across us, through us. So here's the wrong way to work this teep. See, I push it to the outside, and I just set him up. So now here's the right way. So he's gonna teep me, boom, and I step to the outside. So I'm out here and I have control, especially for MMA. I mean, this is a takedown all day long, but even for traditional Muay Thai, I've got access to all kinds of things here based upon your fighting style and what you like in your striking processes. So we're here and we're in here I'm orthodox. So I'm coming here and now leg went between us. His whole body is open to us. Even if he wanted to, if we're in Thailand or a country somewhere where Thai rules, if he wanted to bring that elbow, he can't affect me. And everything from traditional Muay Thai rules to K1 rules, I can throw punches, whatever I want to throw in there. If he fakes that leg and I miss, remember the important part of this is if I'm fighting here and he fakes that leg and I miss and I stay in the pie, he's open to me. So he's gonna fake, boom, I'm in trouble. But when I do it my way, where I'm gonna trigger, I'm gonna push myself away as I parry. I'm gonna come out of my kinetic triangle here, my fight triangle, and now I'm in, even if he fakes, I'm okay. See, I'm out here. So now he's gonna initiate a fake on this strong side leg, strong side teep, and he's gonna fake. But I'm gonna try to buy in, I'm gonna try to parry. But what I'm gonna do is, the proper way to keep myself safe is, I'm gonna push off away, so if I miss him, I have nothing. Or if he picks that up, sets it down, and even tries to Superman me, and I think it's a teep, so I come in here, see, I'm out of the way. I'm pushing myself out of the kinetic triangle, my fight triangle, and I'm not in danger. So now I don't know if he's gonna throw a real one or not. I'm just here, boom, and I'm out of the way. And I'm chambered here, and I can come right back into whatever's best. All right, this next technique, we are going to, basically for beginners all the way up to pros, it's really hard, especially when you're beginning, taking all your blocks, your checks, and all those things from kicks into learning them and then into sparring. And then if you ever get to compete, I always tell everybody, you'll do half or less of what you do in the gym when you compete. You're dealing with all kinds of issues of adrenaline, excitement, and fear. And then until your fight IQ is raised, which means you're able to dynamically, in the moment, see things and react to them and counter those, until that's really high through experience, it's going to be hard a lot of times when you know all kinds of counters and blocks. So this works on teeps, it works on head kicks, it works on roundhouse, wheel kicks, all kinds of kicks, up kicks. But the good thing is it's one move, and I'm not a big trainer in training people to take punishment. I think checking kicks, in some way, you're just taking a little punishment to avoid the greater punishment, which are like leg kicks or whatever. So as I've said before, you know, in Thailand, they do a lot of things. When you watch a lot of these Thai videos, you gotta understand that's all they do. I've been over there and they train all day long. They don't go like most people here, train a few hours a day. They start at 6, 8 years old, and they really do kick bamboo, and they can kick, I mean, I've seen them kick poles, but we don't do that here. So checking kicks, in my opinion, you're late. You're either late in moving, you're late in reading it. So I'm gonna show you one counter to the teep. May pop up in other videos for other kicks, but we'll kind of run through those real fast. But basically all you're doing is what you've seen on old Muay Thai posters, and it's kind of that quintessential Muay Thai stance where I'm here, and as he goes to teep, I'm literally just going to bring up everything right here, and I'm going to give him a bunch of points and angles, elbows. Even if you can't throw elbows in K1 type rules and most American and most European rules, you can't throw elbows. But if he throws a kick and catches my elbow, well, too bad for him, because it's going to hurt. So I'm basically covering everything here. So as he goes, and it doesn't matter if it's a front side teep or what I call offside or weak side teep, or if it's his rear strong side teep, as you'll see, I'm basically limiting him access to my body, and he's going to run into a knee, he's run into an elbow, something is going to block his teep. So as he goes to teep, I'm just right here. And most of the time it's going to deflect. So I'm right here, I bring everything up. And even though we're showing counters to the teep, I'm going to let him, he's going to throw strong side or offside teep. It doesn't matter. I don't have to guess. It's one block for all those. So we're here, we're fighting, boom. Caught an elbow, boom. Back and forth, boom. So it doesn't matter. And, well, what if he fakes? Okay, so he's going to fake a teep, and let's say he throws a hand. I don't even want to know what hand. Let's say he goes to throw a punch, and I bought into the fact he was going to teep. This is foolproof. So I'm here, we're getting ready to fight. Boom. I still have my cage up. I'm okay. He stepped into me. I'm going to block, and I'm going to counter. So for beginners, all the way up, there's no guesswork. And just to show you, we haven't pre-rehearsed this. We're working on teeps. I'm going to let him throw any kick he wants. And you'll see that my shell, my guard here, is going to block whatever he throws, and I really don't know what he's going to throw. So we're here, boom, and there it was. All right, here's another counter to the Muay Thai teep or a foot jab. This gets a little more in depth into my kinetic triangle that I teach in seminars and things, or my fight triangle, or as I call pi. But this is where you don't take the damage and you're taking yourself out of range for basically anything, whether they fake a teep at you or they throw the teep and they bring other things. This is footwork. Footwork is the most important part of fighting. It's the most important part of judo. It's the most important part of boxing, Thai fighting. Footwork is essential. And knowing how to use that to take away distance and range and angles from your opponent is huge, even in combatives. So in knife fighting, a lot of my footwork has come from combatives in taking weapons from people through private sector stuff, or creating range to get them, basically I'm soliciting a prescribed response to get them to react in a certain way that I already know what they're going to do, and then I can react to that. And that's a lot of high-end martial artsy combative stuff, talk right there, but I'm going to show you right here. It's called triggering, and the reason I call it triggering, or you can call it a push-off or whatever, but what's going to happen is he's going to throw a teep. As I see that coming at me, I'm going to push myself just out of range, but when I do, I'm going to land ready. So it's important, we're going to do this a couple times. I want you to focus not on his teep or my hands or the talking heads. I want you to focus on my feet. When he goes to teep, I'm going to push off my lead leg out of range of his second or his initial teep or any second movement that he brings. And then I'm going to land in a fight ready, base and balance, foot up, where I can push through. Remember, footwork is everything, not just for movement, but in how you stop to how fast you are being able to use your fight base and your fight balance to fire back at somebody. And with my back heel up, not down, my back heel's up, I'm already triggered and chambered, and I can throw something. So we'll go through this pretty slow the first time. So we're right here, he's gonna teep, and I triggered back. And now I know he shorted that a little bit, but it's the same concept. I triggered back, and I'm out of range. So we'll do a little more dramatic here. Boom, I'm back. And I landed, my back heel's up, he's out of range from that teep, and I know he's coming forward. If he's gonna teep, this is a third of his body weight. Typically, on an athlete, 30 of your body weight, 30 of your body weight's the other leg, 30 of your body weight. So a third of his body weight being pushed by the whole back side of his core and his back leg, his strong leg, I know he's coming forward. Now, what happens if he fakes that and he doesn't actually throw a teep? So we're here, and I trigger, well, guess what? I'm still out of range, I'm still not in danger, but I landed, if you'll notice, his feet were flat. I landed triggered and ready, and now I could have came forward with strikes or pushed off for kicks. So I'm pushing off my front, ball on my foot and my toes. I'm coming back and I'm landing, making footprints in the sand. Boom, right here. My weight, everything's ready to come forward at him. And you can use this in MMA too, where he comes back, boom. If he goes to teep, watch here. All I gotta do is change a level, and I won't run into a knee or something if I'm gonna do a shot. So we're here getting ready to fight. He goes to teep, boom, I'm back. All I gotta do is change a level here, and now I can come in and shoot. So I call that triggering. I'm triggering back, keeping my foot live or ready toes, we used to call them. And then it doesn't matter if he fakes the teep, if it's strong side teep, offside teep, I'm triggering myself out of range, out of the kinetic triangle, the fight triangle, and I'm fight ready as soon as that's done so that I can start countering and working my combination processes when he throws his teep. Okay, this next technique is a higher end. This is not what I would call a beginning kickboxer or Thai fighter's counter to the teep, because you've got to know your range, and you're actually absorbing somewhat of a teep into your core and midsection. And so a lot can go wrong here, but if your footwork is good and your base and balance is good, if you're learning range, and a lot of being a great fighter, I can go through MMA, kickboxing, boxing, Thai boxing, is not being afraid to stay in the pocket, or what I call the kinetic triangle, your combat triangle, to be able to react what's coming at you, but yet stay safe. And so this one here, you're basically staying almost in range of your opponent. You're absorbing a little bit of the teep, because on this one, and like I said, this is not for beginners, this is a more advanced teep counter, which is a foot jab, and I'm actually going to trap the teep, but I take a chance on if my range is off a little bit and how far along he can expand his teep out. I may take a little bit of that into my core. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trap it, and then I'm going to show you what to do immediately after. So first off, we're going to go live. He's going to set his teep up here, and I'm going to catch it. And so I'm here and here. And the reason I bring this hand down is if I only come here and he goes up for an up kick, he's going to catch me. So I'm going to put my hand here just in case. So if I go to think it's a teep and I'm here, he's going to go past the teep range. So I want to catch it here as he goes to teep me. So we're here, he goes to teep me, boom. But if you notice, I step back as I did it. And the reason for that is if I don't, I'm going to absorb it. Even though I can catch that, I'm still taking some of that punishment. If somebody is a good kickboxer or Thai guy, all he has to do is turn his hip and turn that into a side heel kick, which I'll show you. So if I don't gauge it right, he can actually increase the power of this, which he's going to do now with the side heel kick. So side heel kick, we're here, boom, see, much more power if I don't gauge my range right. So I also want to move back. I want to do it's called my triggering system, and as I catch, I want to step back. And what that's going to do is you'll see it's going to pull him forward, and I'm going to catch that heel. So we're here, we're fighting. He goes to teep me, boom. I came back and I caught it. Now, once I have this, what I do with it's important. I'm going to take, he really can't punch me, kick me, do much here. He can try to pull this back, but if he does, he's not going to win that fight. If he does, I'm going to give it to him. I'm literally going to shove it back at him. I'm going to come at him. So I'm going to catch the teep. Boom, I'm right here. Now I'm literally going to take and pull this down and throw it over my left hip. Boom. And now I'm coming in. Now, could he throw an elbow? Well, first of all, know the rules of where you're fighting. United States, lots of Europe, K1 rules, no elbows. Overseas, Thailand, 1FC, things like that, elbows are coming. Again, though, I'm coming to the outside. So we're in here, boom. And I'm throwing him down. It'd be hard for him to throw an elbow because I'm out here. So we're here, boom, I catch, and I throw it down. And see, my hands are up. And now I've taken his backside. So we're here, boom, boom. Now, boom. And my cage comes right up top. So that's catching the teep. You have to know range. It comes with practice. Most important part is what if he fakes? So he fakes that teep when I go to catch. It's no big deal. So we're here, he goes to teep. So now if he comes with something up high, I'm still here. We can still engage. The only reason I can do that is I created that critical distance. So now I'm going to do it the wrong way, and he's going to fake the teep. What I'm going to do wrong is, what's critical is I'm not going to give myself the trigger. I'm not going to come out of range. And not only if he did teep, would I absorb all that from not dictating the range and coming at the end of it, but now I'm in the kinetic triangle, in the combat triangle, and if he fakes this teep, there's a plethora of things he can do. So I'm here, he fakes the teep, I was stuck. And I'm stuck in his range of everything he wants to throw. So footwork, most important part. Trigger back, just enough to get out of range. My stance is good. I catch, throw it down, and as I throw it down, I'm going to step. I'll do that part one more time. Here's here, boom, I caught it. I'm going to pull it and step, boom, and I'm out here. All right, this next technique is going to be some basics about the foot teep or the jab and actually initiating that. There's some basic fundamentals that I don't think a lot of Americans or anybody else around the world teaches, that you just either learn on your own or you don't. I'll go through them verbally, and then we'll go through them in demonstration. One is, it's a jab. Basically, a foot teep is a foot jab. So you don't throw your foot out there. If I was going to throw a traditional boxing jab, I wouldn't push it out there. I don't push and pull it back. I pop it. And that is the same thing you want to do with your foot. You want that impact, that snap. And also, you don't want to hang it out there the same way with a traditional jab. I don't want to hang it out there where it can be knocked down, parried, bridged over, moved around, and then you get countered. So first thing is it's a foot teep, not a foot push. If you're trying to do a foot push, then you're intentionally not using speed, and you're just literally pushing the person away, which against a skilled fighter, they're probably going to redirect your leg with some type of parry movement or catch it. MMA, that's bad. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, that's bad. So the other thing is your back rear leg or strong side leg. So you do not want to teep. A lot of fighters are flat-footed. Now, there are some great coaches and great trainers, great fighters around the world, and they do things, and they're able to do things because they've done it for so long. It doesn't necessarily mean it transcends into the beginner or even that you can do it. Like I tell lots of people, most people, if they went to a Floyd Mayweather seminar, they're going to learn how to get their butt kicked because Floyd has perfected that Philly, that shell. It's the same in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and Thai fighting, even MMA. Just because you see somebody that really has perfected something and it works for them over and over and over, it doesn't mean it's going to work well for you. And so one thing that most fighters, when they're teeping, are in all of their striking combinations. I don't care what combat sport you're in, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, Thai boxing, or American kickboxing, you've got to have this back leg, what I call triggered and ready at all times. If you're flat-footed, you have to raise that up anyway. That incorporates my leg, my glutes, my hams, everything is coming forward at that point. If this flat-footedness, my heel down, was the optimal place to accelerate and move forward violently and to have speed, then every running back, every wide receiver, and every track star would start right here instead of here. This is the explosive movement right here where you push off. I always say toes in the mat or toes in the sand. So when you initiate a teep, as you'll see, this first time we do it, don't watch the teep, don't watch the talking head, don't watch our hands. Watch my back foot. My back foot is going to stay in a ready or live toe situation. When I teep, I'm going to come up, and it's going to make me come forward as I push forward. My hips and everything's going to come forward into that teep. If I'm here, flat-footed, and I come up, see now my balance is here. Where as soon as I raise my toe up, see how it brings me forward? And I have that momentum coming forward. So first time, I just want you to watch me initiate this teep. It's not a push, it's a jab. So my hand throwing a jab, I'm here, and I throw it and I bring it back. Same with the teep. I'm gonna bring my heel up, I'm here, and I come back. It's just a quick, and I'm down. And my back leg is up because now if I keep that back leg up, I can also bring something with it. So now, let's say I want to bring a straight right. So I teep, and now look, I'm coming forward, I'm triggered here, everything's in flexion here. Now I come right down the middle with a straight right. To where if I was flat-footed, watch what happens to my body. Now my body has to reach, and my head's coming forward, and my base and balance is off. To where if I'm here, I come here. See, now I can use my hips, and I can turn. Live speed, right here, moving, boom, move, and I'm here. Footwork is everything. It's not a foot push, it's a foot jab. It's quick, you're making body contact, and when you recover, you want to be ready to throw something again. Okay, the next technique we're going to show is a Muay Thai clinch off of a teep. This is a form of a clinch. I'm basically going to throw a teep or two, then I'm going to not throw the teep, and I'm going to basically bridge his guard. Bridging means I'm going to come over his guard, and I'm going to do a modified clinch. It's not one to actually hold my opponent. Sometimes clinches aren't to stop free movement of an opponent. Sometimes clinches are just to redirect an opponent or redirect part of that opponent. And so what I'm going to do by bridging on this technique is I'm going to basically redirect his body a little bit and his hands, and for me to be able to add a strike that maybe I couldn't have done from the range I'm going to be in. So again, I'm going to be here, we're going to be in teep range, and I'm going to teep, boom, and I always want to land ready. So one thing I teach a lot of times, if I'm going to throw something after I've thrown a kick or a teep, is this is what we call a full chamber. So full chamber is I come up and I kick, and I bring it all the way back to my full ready stance. In this situation, I'm going to teep, and then I'm going to come back to a half chamber. Half chamber, full chamber. It just has to do with where my leg's placed. And my back heel stays up because I want to have live or ready toes all times and be able to come forward. So here's just a normal teep. I'm going to be here, I'm going to teep, and I come back, and I teep, and I come back. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually fake the teep, and I'm going to bridge his gloves. So initially, I'll go through this slow. I'm going to teep him, and he's going to get used to me teeping. And then I'm not going to teep, and I'm going to step in, and I'm coming here. And I pulled his hands down, and I'm pulling him to me and coming in. So we'll do it from this way so you can see. So I'm going to fake the teep, and I step in, and I pull his hands down, and I come in with that knee. Or I'll try to catch him. So I fake the teep. He thinks I'm actually going to teep. I step in, I grab his gloves, and then I push him away. I'm going to actually push these away, his arms, and I'll bring my knee up. So as I've caught him, I pull it in, and then whoosh, I come in. And then from there, I could actually continue to clinch. This is a Muay Thai clinch. This is a Muay Thai clinch. This is a Muay Thai clinch. And we'll go through others. We'll actually go through on another video all kinds of variations of clinches. But this is a teep to a fake, bridging to pull his hands in. So I fake the teep, I come in, I pull his hands down, and I have here, I step off the side and I catch the knee. As you'll see over here, I fake the teep, I step in, and I throw what I want to throw. All right, this next technique is how to enter the Muay Thai plum. I don't want to say Muay Thai clinch because it is a clinch, but it's not the only Muay Thai clinch. But to really get in and control their neck and head, you can't just reach in and try to grab somebody because of the strikes and so on and so forth that you could take the punishment. So to go in, first to do it on the ghost, I want to make sure I'm protected. So you're going to have what I consider a long guard or an extended guard. Anytime you reach out, you always want to go above your eyebrows. So when my thumb, and I see my hand disappear above my eyebrows or around my forehead or hairline, I know that my opponent's going to have a hard time bridging and coming over this arm. And then I want to be here because as I penetrate and step in, when I go to reach and step in for my opponent, I want to make sure that elbows and would be their left hooks are blocked right here. So I don't just reach. I see a lot of people, amateur and pro MMA and pro kickboxing, they'll get in close when they're inside fighting and they'll just reach because in their head they're thinking, all I gotta do is catch their head and pull their head down. But if you have somebody that's pretty versed and they have movement or they're strong or they catch you coming in, they have good what I call fight IQ, you're gonna take some pain and punishment if not go to sleep. So when I go in, again, footwork's huge. If I'm just stepping, I'm never going to gain the advantage in the range of getting to my opponent. So that's why we use the trigger system and we push off our back foot. Then as I go, I'm shelling up and this hand's going to come above my line of view and I can still see everything here and I'm here. So as you'll see, as I go slow here with Brandon, I'm going to extend higher than my eyebrows, what I call the extended guard or high guard, and I'm going to block myself so that Brandon can't throw like a left hook or bridge. So I'm not gonna actually clinch Brandon. I'm just actually gonna act like I'm reaching in, and you'll see that I'm kind of in my shell here and he can't reach anything. So go ahead and try to throw punches. So I'm tight in here, and I can see the rest of his body, so that if something was coming, if he went to clinch, he went to throw a knee, I'm gonna see it all because I'm staring right here. I'm not looking all up in here into Brandon's eyes, I'm right here. So now we're here, we're gonna move, we're gonna move around a little bit, but I'm gonna go right in, and if you'll notice, when I come in, I'm coming right in here. I'm coming, grabbing back here on this side. I start high, extended guard, and I come here, and then I'm bringing this part in to here. Because even on the way in, I don't want him to catch me with a left hook when I get to here. See, and this blade, this takes all that away. And my head's gonna be, I'm not here, because he's gonna bring something up, a knee up or something like that. So, what I call wedging in combatives, I'm gonna wedge in. I'm not gonna isolate an actual body part on this wedge though, but I'm gonna wedge straight down the middle at him, and then I'm gonna end up in that clinch. So we'll do it this way and then we'll switch. So we're here, he goes to fight, boom, boom. I'm right in here, and now I'm in here tight. And if he was to walk away, you'll see I still have a good base and balance. I'm in here tight, and I have good footwork. We'll do it this way. So this time Brandon can actually throw some punches at me if he wants. And I'm gonna come in, boom. And I'm in here, and now I'm in here, and I'm tight. Footwork's up. Now, I always say, as soon as you clinch, to circle. The reason for that is you're in control of your opponent's body. And I know what I'm about to do. He doesn't know what I'm about to do. And then with a good fight IQ, you will kind of see what opens up. He's going to tell me whether I should punch him, kick him, knee him, but I'm for sure in control of the fight. So even if the entry and the clinch aren't perfect and beautiful, I'm going to turn. I'm going to in a circular motion, a tight motion. I'm going to take his base and balance away, and he's going to be trying to react to that and his base and balance and what he thinks I'm going to be doing next. So we're in here. I come in, boom, I'm in here, and immediately now, because here's my hand and my power, I'm going to pull and see, look where I'm at now. Now if I want, I can take this hand, I can do a full plum, or I could take this hand if I was overseas, right? Or if I'm here in America, I lock him in right here, I can come in here, or as he's punching, now I can come up underneath here, and I can turn him again. This is a Muay Thai clinch. And I can start throwing knees. So we're still in here. We're making entry into the Muay Thai Plum. To get a hold of him, remember, we've got to come in, extended high guard, elbow up. And for pros, this is real important because if he's going to throw, say he's going to throw an elbow when I go to come in. So I go to come in here, and I'm here. He throws this elbow. Yeah, I'm going to eat an elbow coming in. So watch what I do. I lower my head and my body a little bit. And I'm going to keep this here, and you can watch. He can't elbow my head, my face. I'm going to take it across here. So I come in, he goes to throw an elbow of any kind. See where it's at? Even if he tries to come over the top, so I'm in here, boom, boom. See how I've got that? I'm all protected here. I'm caged in my shell. And then now he's just helping me. Because there's a lot of things I can do here. I can come in here, and I can work him. We'll have that on other videos. We're going to have a video where we just show lots of Muay Thai clinches. So really what we're showing is entry. And entry is, he can do it with me with his gloves. I'm in my fight stance. We're going to extend our extended guard above our eyebrows. And then our toes are in the sand or in the mats. And we're going to push forward, caging. And then we'll clinch. And then we'll pull the body in.